we are getting ready to do leaf removal at that one, this one here, and that one right there. We're going to trim the bushes, not on that one, although it kind of needs it, but this one here really needs it. So we're going to trim the bushes there. I'm gonna be honest, I don't feel like filming. Let me just start off with thank you guys so much for subscribing. We just hit 1,000 subscribers about a week ago, and man, I can't wait to make a video on it. We're doing a giveaway, by the way, because there's a Greg Chisholm hat from the Geek to Freak video. So he's got a couple hats that he signed for me. I'm going to be giving one away on this channel. We're going to be giving one away on Adam Devine's channel as well. Now, following up with that, definitely check out that video. We're going to be doing a couple more giveaways coming up for the next couple thousand subscriber mark, which is going to happen fast. So stick around, hang around. But we've got some pieces of equipment we're going to be giving away. It's also a new year now, man. 2020. So, you know, this footage was actually from December 31st. So we're still out making it happen, still doing cleanups. Where I'm at, we can almost go year round, but it's like miserable work. Now, there are a few weeks where it's dead, especially if you're not proactively looking for work, or you don't have a big enough clientele base and stuff like that. But as far as like, you know, the seasonality of the business, you can almost remove that if you want. We don't get a whole lot of snow here, but even if you look up at the guys north, you know, they get a lot of snow removal, so they've got some work there as well. And then you got guys down south that are still cutting, and it's like year round. So there are some like, you know, regional differences when you're watching channels. You know, some guys are like, hey, I mow biweekly, and I'm like, hey, I don't mow biweekly, you know, and I used to mow a lot of biweekly, but where we're at, the way it grows and the type of grasses, it's just super thick and dense. I don't want to do that. But yeah, so like when you're watching the videos, there's going to be some stuff that maybe it's different in your area. And if it is, do comment down below, because I don't know. And when you do comment and you let me know how it is in your area, that kind of makes it easier for me to speak with people, because I'm like, whoa, I wasn't aware of that, you know? And I've gotten that with a few things. But yeah, anyways, moving forward. It's 2020. You guys may have saw my video last night. That was just a joke video, just so you know it was a candy bar. But I was having fun. I was going to actually put that at the beginning of my year-end review video that I'm working on, and I couldn't help myself but put it out there. So, you know, check it out. I am going to yank it down pretty soon, and by the time you watch this, it may be down already. But it'll be on my year-end review for this year, and kind of what we're talking about and what we went through and how it was. You know, so that's just, it was an awesome year. But having said that, there were a lot of struggles. You know, there's times where it's difficult and it's hard, and things don't go right. And then, you know, so I'm going to save that for that video. But there's a lot of wins and there's a lot of losses. So let's go ahead and talk about the lawns we're on right here. We only did one leaf cleanup out of these three. I know at the beginning I said we were going to do all three. We're still going to do the work on the other ones. Today we've got excessive wind, so we're not able to get out and do the leaf cleanups on them, which is kind of a bummer, but that is what it is. Sometimes, you know, and I mean, who knows, you might drive across town and the wind's not so bad over there, but you never know. If I open up my door and it looks crazy, I'm like, well, it's going to wait until tomorrow. But, you know, and then it's one of those things that sometimes you got wind and 20 minutes later you don't. Or you start a leaf removal and you don't have any wind, and then towards the end you're fighting the wind nonstop. It's just part of the business, and this time of year it is what it is. I kind of look at the wind this time of the year like I look at rain in the spring. It happens, you got to work through it. Sometimes it's too heavy to work, and it just is what it is. You call your clients, you let them know, and you reschedule. But as far as this property, I ended up blowing the leaves across my neighbor, or across my client's lawn, which is the neighbor to my other client. I blew it across his lawn. All good. We're gonna clean it up at the end, and we're gonna trim his bushes and everything. But there were a lot of leaves on this property. This client also has a very big German Shepherd, so there was a lot of poop. I know I say that on other other videos, but dude, I'm not the kind of guy that shies away just because somebody has a dog. Like, I have dogs too. It is what it is. They poop. If it's real bad, I will, like, if you put two big German Shepherds in a backyard that's like 400 square feet, yeah, I'm not doing that. And I've done that before, where like I picked up a yard and it was so bad I had to like blow all of the dog waste over into a corner of the yard and let them know, hey, you're gonna need to clean that up before I get back here, and try to keep it cleaned up, because I couldn't even mow. Every step was just, dog waste. So, I'm not like the guy that complains like, oh, I got it on my shoe. I will say, I don't like hitting it with a weed eater and hitting it in my face. That's happened multiple times, and that is maybe I'm phasing out of the dog waste yards, because I will say, like, the longer I'm in the business, the more I'm like, I don't like dealing with that. And I don't like the smells. Like, we're doing this leaf cleanup, I'm like, woo! It's a bit smelly. But at the end of the day, I really don't care. It's about producing revenue for the business. Is it pleasant? No, but there's a lot of things in this business that are unpleasant. When I first started, I thought it was going to be super easy. And I see a lot of people having that same mindset. It's going to be super easy in this business. It's not that hard. I mow my own lawn. I mow my grandma's lawn. And yeah, for like a short window of the year when the weather's real nice, like even right now the weather's real nice, other than, like I said, the wind that's kind of shut us down. But in the spring, sometimes it's cold, but you'll get those days where it's real nice t-shirt weather. It feels good. I mean, look at this. In this video, you can see my brother's got his sleeves rolled up on his shirt. It's because it feels good outside. Oh, by the way, this technique, if you're working together, he's blowing them out here, and I'm on the side of the house, and I'm just blowing them, to the pile. So, yeah, I mean, speak with each other and communicate when you're working together so that you can do little stuff like that. Otherwise, he'll just be trying to hammer them off the wall, and it doesn't make sense. He's also pointed at the wall because he's getting it to come out a couple feet, and then he's going to blow it out. But anyways, back to what I was saying, is that, there's like beautiful weather for only a few weeks on each side of the season that's just amazing to work in. And, sometimes there's rain or some cold days and stuff like that. But for most of the year, if you're new in the business, what you need to prepare yourself for is a lot of hard work, a lot of heat, real cold weather if you're going to work during the winter, because you're, like, if you're going to keep it going like I do all year long, you're going to run into weather you don't want to be in. Just like it's extreme in the summer with heat, well, in the wintertime, you get the same thing. I'll be out there working and I'll have icicles coming off my mustache and beard, man. I don't do that as much as I used to. It's weird how money motivates you to get out. And get out and work, you know what I mean? So when I'm real broke, I'm like, well, gotta do it. And the longer we've been in business, the better we've gotten in business, the more income we're generating, the less I have to go out and do what I would call the stupid stuff. But I don't bow away from the stupid stuff either. It just is what it is. It's kind of like mowing tall yards. I don't really mow tall yards. Occasionally I'll hit one that's high. If it just, I don't know, I get in a weird mood. It's kind of fun doing some of those every now and then. But when you're doing it every day, it gets to get real, it gets real old. Because I used to mow some crazy stuff, man. I had one that was like, and dude, it was up to my chin, and the whole yard. It wasn't just like sporadic. There's like some tall Johnson grass in this one spot. No, it's like the whole yard was up to my chin, and that's back when I had my 48 Honda. It ate right through that. I also hit a water meter cover while I was in the backyard doing that yard. So, I could have, busted up a spindle doing that and then not make any money off that yard. And I don't think I charged enough on that yard anyways. I never charged enough when I was doing that stuff. I was very desperate in the beginning because I didn't know how to get clients. I wasn't good at communicating my value. Like if you just communicate your value, like what makes you better, you'll get better yards. And then just kind of I don't want to say like a self-dignity thing, but yeah, like just being like, well, I don't really want to do that type of work. And that's an evolution. It's not something that happens right away. You don't just go, yeah, I don't want to do that work, so I'm not going to do it. You progressively get better in your business to the point where you can stop doing certain types of work that you don't enjoy. Now you might be the type of person that likes cutting tall grass. At one point in time, I really liked mowing tall grass. I liked doing the ugly, nasty yards, and I was like, I'm really good at this stuff. And I had this like complex, and when I got to a nice yard, because I wasn't used to mowing those types of yards, I was like, man, I don't know how to make this look really good. Like I would cut them higher or whatever, and I mean I still cut lawns on the high side, but like I just wasn't good at making them look pristine because I was so used to cutting yards that were at minimum a foot high. Like when I say I don't want anything to do with biweekly, it's because when I had biweekly lawns, they would get rained out and then they would be at 3 weeks, and then I'm playing catch up from all the lawns I have that are biweekly, because at one point in time I would say I was about 90-95% biweekly lawns or 10-day schedule, which is a nightmare for me. If you're going to do a 10-day schedule, I would suggest not doing a true 10-day schedule. So, because what happens if you do a true 10-day schedule, it completely flops around on what day of the week. So you might be in an area Wednesday, and then the next week it's on a Friday or whatever. I don't really know anymore, but it flops around, right? So the problem I was having with bi-weeklies is the scheduling, and like I said, when it rained and getting behind and playing catch up. And then this lawn that was supposed to be on week 1 is now on week 2, and so it's flopping around because that's the way I did it. I would schedule like half of them. I would call my schedule rotated every 2 weeks, so it'd be like schedule 1 is week 1, and then I had schedule 2. So these are the lawns I'm on schedule week 1, and then schedule week 2 is all these lawns. But then they start flopping around and mixing through the season as you get rain and other delays, breakdowns and stuff like that. And then what happens is then you're doing, week 1 lawns in week 3 of the month, which is supposed to be week 1, but you're cutting them for the first time that month on week 3, or even they'll get out to like a month. It was not uncommon at all to have about 8 inches to a foot on every yard I have, and they're like crabgrass type lawns and stuff. Like this lawn I'm on right now that I'm walking across in the summer has a massive amount of crabgrass. It is weekly. And it still grows almost too much. It's excessive, and I'll have to double cut it. If you're going to have a crabgrass lawn, just be aware that you're going to have to double cut, so you're going to have to charge accordingly and charge more. So luckily his backyard doesn't have a whole lot of crabgrass, but his front yard is infested with crabgrass. The neighbor beside him, his lawn's real thin. The neighbor across the street has beautiful Bermuda. I'll cut them all. The one across the street looks awesome when I'm done. This one, it looks like a crabgrass yard. And I cut it on the lower side. The one next door looks like it's mostly dirt. And in the middle of the summer when it dries out, I get blasted. But yeah, hey, thank you for taking the time to watch this video. If you enjoyed it, please subscribe. Stay tuned. We're going to be doing that Greg Chisholm hat giveaway. And we've got some cool channel giveaways coming up in the lineup. If there is a type of video that you want to see throughout the season, let me know. I'm putting my list together of things to record this year and what I'm going to be doing. I also have a real good video coming up on what I'm doing for marketing and what I'm doing to invest in my business, what pieces of equipment I'm buying this year, things like that. You know, and then along with that, a video talking about what my setup looked like in the beginning. So, you know, it's one of those things that I'm just kind of slowly going to knock them out, and I really hope that you guys enjoy the content, and I really, truly appreciate the support. Some days you just really don't feel like shooting a video, which is the easiest part, or editing and all that stuff. So, you know, thank you to all of you that have really helped me stay in there and keep going with this, because I'm starting to really enjoy it. It's a lot of fun. So stick around. I'm putting together my, you know, 2020 goals and what we're doing and stuff like that, and I hope it inspires you to further your business and grow.